So today again is May 2nd, 2020, and I'm here in the Wisconsin Dells. I'm actually where the Army Dells, ducks, right? Those are those World War II amphibious vehicles that are fun to ride on the land, and then they scoot off onto the water, and it's a beautiful way to tour around the Wisconsin Dells area. And the reason I stop here is that I have never in my entire life seen the Wisconsin Dells like a ghost town. I mean, and especially here now that it's May. This is usually a very busy place. May, June, July, August, even into September. Even in the wintertime it's busier than it is right now. But this is what happens with the Communist Party of China. This is the kind of damage they've inflicted on the world. And yes, world, they're going to continue to lie. The Communist Party of China is going to continue to lie. But who suffers the most? Who suffers the most in this? And this is why, with my foundation, the Mordecai and Esther Foundation, that I focus my attention on orphans who are children and making sure that they get taken care of, because they get neglected more than anyone. And I want to read here from Mark chapter 10, verse 19. I'll read really quickly here. It says, "And they were bringing children to him, to Jesus, so that he might touch them. But the disciples rebuked them. But when Jesus saw this, he was indignant and said to the disciples, 'Permit the children to come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these. Truly I say to you, whoever does not receive the kingdom of God like a child shall not enter it at all.' And Jesus took them in his arms, the children, and began blessing them, laying his hands on them." So this is what my focus is, our focus with the Mordecai and Esther Foundation. So as I make this video, I mourn for my great country, America, and just the devastation on businesses, And this is a wonderful playground area, fun place in the Wisconsin Dells. It's beautiful, all of the topography and the trees and the water and all the fun things to do. But look at it right now. Matter of fact, I just talked with somebody. I was getting a Subway sandwich with my friend, and there was a guy that was in there, and he's from the Dells. I'm from La Crosse. And he says, "Hey, I grew up here my whole life. I've never seen it like this ever." But he said that, there was an outbreak, of the virus in an apartment complex where a whole bunch of foreigners. And my first thought was, it's terrible to have to say this. I asked him, I said, were there Chinese nationals in there? Because, this is the sad part about China, is some of them were willing to spread the virus. Some of them just carried it because they're just, robots of the communist system. And, the Chinese people themselves, whether they were listening to the party or whether they were sympathizers or whether they got used, it's unfortunate, but the Chinese people, they're to blame too. And you say, well, you just want to keep blaming the Communist Party. And I say to people, no, you can't just do that anymore. It's the Chinese people themselves that they've got to stand up to their own government. And I'm not saying, an uprising necessarily, but they're going to have to stand up like the Hong Kong people. The reason I was so impressed with the time that I was there in Hong Kong in October was those people know what freedom is all about. And they're saying, I've had it with this. We're not letting communists take over our great country of Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong people look at it, it's their country. The communists, they want to steal everything. Everything is about steal, kill, and destroy. Steal, kill, and is that not the communist agenda? And of course, we already know from as I say all the time, John 10:10, is that's what the evil one, Satan, has come to do, is kill, steal, kill, destroy. It's that, and it's in that order. So, we're heavy into the killing right now by the Communist Party. So God help us to heal. And that's my ministry with children, is to work on healing those children. And especially now as I'm working with very radical Islamic places, like Pakistan, like Iraq with the Yazidis, and even to a certain degree, Sierra Leone, the influence on by radical Islam, even in that country with the Civil War back in the 90s. So with that, I'll let you go. And even China, for that matter, just the horrible persecution by communists, the same type of mindset of just steal, kill, destroy. So with that, I'm focused on the ministry to take care of children, because Jesus does not want anyone to hinder children from coming unto him. So with that, I'll let you go. But another day here in the Dells, hopefully when I come back next time, Lord willing, with my 10 Chinese children, delivering them out of China, which is going to have to be a miracle, but I'm still fighting every day. I just sent somebody the other day to go to the so-called orphanage and try to get word into the kids. And word gets in there that Uncle Ray's praying, Uncle Ray's fighting, Uncle Ray's standing strong. You guys stay strong. Of course, they're afraid to respond, but that word will get into the 10 children's ears. Lord, get it into their heart. But Father in heaven, protect your children. Thank you.